go hours without eating. I was not taking care of
Mm,
myself. My goal was I had to put everyone else first. That was what I thought being a
yeah.
good mom was. And I saw myself snapping at my kids, having issues with my husband. And
Hello, everyone. Elle Ballard is here today on the Empowered Global Women in Business podcast with my special guest, Mary Dibble. Hi, Mary.
hello, thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited for this conversation. I love talking about motherhood, mompreneurs. So, Mary Dibble is a proud wife, mom of three, and an award winning life purpose and coach, success master life coach. Named 2024 Best Parent Coach by Life Coach Code. Congratulations. She helps motivated moms break free from the conventional path and create a life of purpose, passion, and abundance. Having overcome addiction, abuse, and self doubt, Mary uses her personal journey and proven strategies to empower moms to step into their full potential. As the host of Radiant Mom Rising podcast and a featured guest in Canvas Rebel and Life Coach Code, she's on a mission to help women thrive. Welcome. I love that you are a mom as well. So you actually go through this experience while supporting other mothers. But tell us about you, your journey, how you got to this coaching, and congratulations on all of that.
Thank you so much. And it's been quite the journey, honestly. I didn't get started with the coaching until later on, but it's because I found coaching and I love that it's become more popular. But I had no idea about it for so long. And I was typically like everyone else living on autopilot. Like I felt like I was drowning. With work and my kids, my life, it's like I was just giving and giving and giving and just putting myself. I mean, I would go hours without eating. I was not taking care of
Mm,
myself. My goal was I had to put everyone else first. That was what I thought being a
yeah.
good mom was. And I saw myself snapping at my kids, having issues with my husband. And I always felt like I knew I was meant for more. And I already had come so far, coming somebody who's
Yeah.
already overcome drug addiction as a teen. I was an addict as a teenager, and I already turned my life around becoming a mom when I was 20. So I was a single mom for a while, and I really turned my life around in that aspect of getting sober and just really being there and present. But what I never realized I was doing still was, again, neglecting my own care, my own self. So as
Yeah.
I got older, and I ended up changing a lot. Like I was introduced to a life coach later on in my 20s, my first one, and I
Mhm.
just loved reading all her stuff. And she taught me. She was the first one that ever opened my eyes to self love and self care. And it's like, at first I was like, what is this woo woo stuff or what's going on here? But I
Yeah.
decided to dive in and
Yeah.
check it out. And I fell in love. The way
Mm,
their perception of the world, of ourselves, was so beautiful, and it really helped me to start seeing myself for the first time that I matter too.
yeah.
What I want matters. Like, it's not too late to pursue my dreams. I've always dreamt
Mhm.
of serving others and like being a motivational speaker. I was that kind of person that everyone came to, and I was bubbly, and I always like to help others and be there for them. So I decided to start making some changes, and later on I attracted my soulmate as I worked on becoming more of a woman that I felt worthy, that I felt good. And after we met, he ended up going through some things as far as like we lost our first house we moved in together, ended up burn
Mm,
we lost it to a house fire. So after surviving that and
wow.
going through that, we ended up getting married, and then he adopted my firstborn. We had two more kids, and long story short, I was finally introduced to another life coach that I fell so in love with that I actually invested. And finally, that is where real change started, because it's one thing to kind
Mm,
of follow people and see their stuff and be, inspired by their words and things like that. But when you
yeah.
actually invest and actually start doing the work, that's like a whole nother ball game. And that is where I saw real transformation, and not just in myself, but in my
Mhm.
relationships. Like the way I started showing up for my kids, the way I
Mm,
started showing up for my husband and for myself. Number one, like I started finally understanding what boundaries were. I started finally understanding all the limitations that for so long I had such a scarcity mindset. I had no idea about any of this and how the subconscious brain worked, and how
Yeah.
like I was literally creating my own
Mm.
realities because of how I believed and I perceived the world and
Yeah.
myself, you know? So just having that ability to get these tools and to transform was so powerful that I felt, who am I not to share this with the world? Who am I not to help others? So that's what
Yeah.
led me to end up getting certified and learning a lot more about these tools. And I've been on a journey since then to continue to educate myself to help moms. That ended up coming later on as I realized like that's what I resonate with is moms, because we do tend to put ourselves on the back burner, right? We tend to
Yes.
neglect ourselves. We tend to feel like we have to carry the weight of the world and do all the things and stay busy all the time. But it's like, no, that's not
Yes.
how it has to be. And it's so wonderful when we can truly start shifting our mindsets towards, you know, abundance and self-worthiness and things like that. So it's been fun. And what's even better is like I didn't really go looking for it, but podcasting found me. And I'm so grateful that I decided to just go with it. And here I am. You know, Radiant Mom Rising podcast has been my jewel. Like I love podcasting. I love doing that. I love the people. I mean, because of that, I got to meet you. So I can't
Yes.
wait to share your episode
Oh,
because you're amazing.
yeah.
But I guess what I'm
Thank you.
saying, what's beautiful about this most of all is just getting to not just grow individually as a person, but to help others, to see what they're capable of, to inspire
Yeah.
them, to support them, to watch them thrive. It is just, it's everything.
I love talking. Well, first of all, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing your story, because it's so important how each one of our stories is so unique in what we go through.
Yeah.
And on when we come to the other side, it's so important to be able to share that. And a lot of the times we don't know what others are going through unless there is a voice
Yeah.
there, unless there is a voice given in the room, right? To be
Exactly.
able for that person to share. I love podcasting as well, and I love talking
Yeah.
with mompreneurs, and I love talking with mom coaches who work with moms,
Yeah.
because being a mother, there's so many things that in business building alone that we have to learn and
Yes.
go through and overcome and achieve and celebrate.
Yes.
um, but then it's only one part of our life.
Mm.
As mothers, we have this as a where you have three kids, so each kid is an individual. I have
Yes.
two kids, right? And how do and finding that with each kid, that connection, like my goal to have this unique connection, be able to spend time, because I come from a big family. So I love having these conversations, because they always different, right? Like
Mhm.
always different. There's so many things we can talk about. I can talk about for hours about
I know.
motherhood and mompreneurship, right? But I want to ask you, in working with women, with moms, what are some of the things that you see come again and again in terms of the challenges that mom experience?
The number one is time. And it's one of my
Hmm.
favorite things to help moms to do is reclaim your time and your energy, because your
Yes,
energy is so important. But
so
yes, it
important.
is something I hear all the time. And it's so funny because when you really allow yourself to get real and really do that, like, actually look at your time and what you're actually putting your time towards and things like that, it is so easy to actually really break it down and
Mm.
reclaim so much of your time, because we do like one of the someone I follow, and I love what she said that she does at some of her retreats is, when people bring up not having enough time, she'll be like, can I see your phone? That's like the first thing she asks. People are so resistant to that, and it's like, I guarantee you, if you just take a moment and look at your phone and you see your time that you spend daily on your phone, probably just scrolling and looking up or whatever, like there is so many areas in our life in which we're just not being mindful or
Yeah.
intentional with our time. And
Mm.
if you can be open to starting to be aware of that, be mindful of it, and really paying attention, and then not just seeing it, but also doing something about it. Like,
Yeah,
okay, now
taking
that you
steps.
see this, well, what could you do instead? Or how can you prioritize your day in ways that gives you a little bit of both? I mean, I am someone who, when I started, and was working a full-time job from home with two toddlers at home, one in high school. And here I am
When you
trying to
started the
do business.
business.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
full
And
time
I'm talking,
job, toddlers
yes.
plus a
Yes.
business.
I was running a landscape company, and I still work for them. So I'm still like helping because, but that's my point. Like, if I can do that with having two toddlers at home and
Yes,
running like all the bookkeeping, payroll, what I was doing during my day, and also, trying to start this business and learn and educate myself and do all the things and be available. Because, as an entrepreneur, it's not just about, it would be nice if you got to show up and just coach, right? But that's not how it works as an entrepreneur. You have to learn everything. You have to wear all these different
all
hats
the dream.
in
Yes, yeah.
order to really build a business. And so it's like, just taking the time to educate yourself alone takes time. And not
Yes.
just that, but building relationships, getting used to talking to people, like you say, meeting people, building those relationships that lead into possibly somebody becoming a client or just a referral partner, collaborator, whatever it is. I am proof that if I can do it, so can you. And there's so many other people doing it. There's so many people who started their podcast having tons of kids, having babies, and I remember one time interviewing a lady who literally breastfed her baby the whole time we talked. And I'm like, yeah, go girl, you do it. Like, that's awesome. That is not only are you doing yourself a favor, because the sooner you get started, the sooner you reach, as
Yeah.
we all make that end goal eventually. But the real thing that I love that people don't stop and think too is that because it does take time.
Hmm.
There's no time like now then to get started, because the sooner you do, the more you develop new skills, the more you
Yes.
develop that confidence
It
over
takes
time.
time.
It
It
does.
takes
And
time.
there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, that's kind of nice when you can take a breather and be like, you know what, it's
Yes.
okay to
It's
give
okay.
myself time to flourish, to give myself time to take it all in and work on
Absolutely.
myself, because you want to be able to serve your clients um through the experience that you gain. Like, you want to be able
Hmm.
to be able to say that you're doing the things that you're telling them that they can do too. So I've
Right.
lived it, and I that's why I love working. And I know, because I've been able to learn about time management, setting boundaries, and being intentional. I think that was a huge thing for me that I struggled with.
Hmm.
Is like
Hmm.
feeling like I was a people pleaser. Oh my God, that was the biggest thing I
Yeah.
struggled with. Like, I wanted to answer everybody
You can
immediately
relate
and,
for
yeah,
sure.
right, do
Hmm.
all the
Yeah.
things, and it's like, nah,
Yes.
it's okay. People understand, they can wait. There's just certain times you're gonna have the time block to have the conversations or to do certain things, and that is fine. I even have intentional time with my children, because I want to be able to know that, okay, you know what, my phone is going up and I'm gonna spend my time with my kids, and I'm gonna run my business in a way that serves my clients. Number one, for sure, because it is about my clients. But two, I also want to really work to create it in a way that's flexible and respects and honors my values and my family time. And that is
Yes.
doable. It's not
Yes.
always easy, but it is doable. And so I try to my best to work with my clients to show them the possibilities, because there's limitless possibilities, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Time. So time
Yeah.
is, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially when we have so many different
Yeah.
buckets and moving pieces, right? Like you said, you have full time job,
Mhm.
starting a business, and having kids. Yes, and how many moms are actually doing? More and more women are going into
Yeah.
business these
They
days,
are.
right? Which is great. It's
Mhm.
wonderful. So time, yes, and time is something that you cannot get
Get
back, of
back.
course. So yes, thank you for sharing that. Love that. In your business building over the years, supporting other mompreneurs
Yeah.
as well, in this journey as building a business as a woman on your
Yeah.
own terms, what are some of the lessons that you learned in this journey, or maybe one big one? There's so many I can imagine, but
Yes.
yeah, you know. Mhm.
So for me, failure is a big part of a lesson that I had to completely see differently. I think because of that, the way I used to believe about failure,
Mhm.
it held me back. I was scared
Yeah.
to show up, to try things, to post about my business, or even tell people that I had a
Yeah.
business. And so when I really realized and learned that, first of all, through failing, you learn the most. It's very powerful, and it's important to anyone's success. It is part of the process, and it's actually quite amazing how you can grow from that. And
Mhm.
it's just necessary. But two, like, just really, um, allowing myself to embody this new identity that I am an
Yeah.
entrepreneur. I do have a business, and I not just have a business, but I also have value and something that can really help others. So who am I not to share that with the world? It may not be
Yes.
for everybody. I may not be for everybody, but how will they know? And how will I know if I can help somebody if I don't talk about it, if I don't share about it? Now, yes, there's
Exactly.
ways to do it that's very authentic and not that doesn't come off all salesy and oh my goodness, I need you to hire me or I need you to see me. And even that is a you kind of have to give and take because some people may take things wrong when you try to present things, but that's a learning curve again. So
Hmm.
it's just a matter for me what was really understanding that even when I messed up as a mom, when I
Yeah.
had my bad days, it's like it's all a learning curve and it's all going to help strengthen me in the end because I'm going to choose to see it that way instead of allowing myself to feel defeated, depleted, or like beat myself up like I used to do. And
Absolutely.
yeah, because you know how
Yeah.
our subconscious minds are. They love beating us up. No,
Absolutely.
so
Yes.
yeah, it's
Yes. Yes. That
that's
inner
been huge.
voice. Yeah.
It's
Yes.
mine's is mean. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, mine's was so mean to me for
Hmm.
so long, and it's
Yeah.
so wonderful. I've done inner child healing, just a lot of that healing work. But on top of that, what I love about life coaching, what my favorite thing about it is how we really focus on where you are now and
Hmm.
where you want to go, and we help bridge that gap to get you there sooner. Because at the end of the day, you can know all the things. If anyone can tell you self-care is important, self-love important. Hey, you do this, you can journal, you can do affirmations, you can
Yeah.
meditate, and you can know all these things, but implementing it, that is a
Hmm.
whole nother ball game. And I know for me, if it wasn't for me having a life coach, I would not have followed through because I was one of those people. I start off strong, but then I do not finish because I talk myself out of it. I can make excuses. I can skip it today.
Yes.
Oh, I can do that. But when you have a coach and you know that, okay, I'm meeting with her today, I'm meeting with her this week, I got to get this going. It motivates you, but
Yes.
in a beautiful way because they cheer you on. It's not one of those guilty, like, oh crap, I haven't done this yet. It's more like, oh yes, I can't wait to meet her. I can't wait to tell her that I've gotten this done, this done. And it just holds you accountable in a safe place where there's
Oh
no
yeah.
judgment. And
Yeah.
it just takes you to another level.
We
And
have to
so,
have
yeah,
that. We have
exactly.
to have someone like that
Oh yeah.
in our
I
lives
can
with
dive.
everything, right? Fitness coach,
Absolutely.
love coach, business coach.
Yes.
Because again, with so many things that we're doing, we cannot. It's not possible for us to do it alone. We
No.
don't want to be doing it alone. And with each level of growth, the new things come up that we
Yes.
thought, oh, I thought I healed that part of my inner child, like there. Oh, okay, yeah, it's
Hmm.
yeah, it's beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
but
Thank you.
oh yeah. I mean, because some people don't even stop and think about like, okay, if you're just getting started or whatnot, and let's say you get what you want like right away. Like, let's say you get the clients and you all of a sudden make your first $100,000. Well, what then? Like,
Yeah.
where do you go from that? Like,
Hmm.
so many people like actually end up falling because you get it before you're really ready to carry that. Because there's a whole
Mm,
nother level of
yes.
new, mindsets and
Yes.
business that you have to think about as far as maybe growing a team or start this is a time maybe more ads could be something you can
Hmm.
implement, but giving it back to your
Exactly.
business and how you can grow that like I said again, like you said, there's so many different stages to it. And that's why I
Yeah.
tell people like that instant gratification is only going to hurt you than help
Yeah.
you. You need to be learn to enjoy the journey, love your now, embody who you're meant to be now. Like embody her,
Yeah.
be her, show up as her. You're the expert. You have this value to give. Own that every day, whether you really believe it or not in the beginning, but show up as her in
Yes.
everything you do,
In
and just
everything.
see. You'll
Yes.
see. You'll see that the amazing opportunities that open, the people that start coming your way and being like, ooh, I like her energy.
Hmm.
I like what she has to offer. And they just, that's what it's all about is, and honestly, just being real too. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. It's not been easy. I've had times where I felt like throwing in the towel. And that's why I'm telling you, one of the biggest things is people are afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's a conditioning in society that growing up
Yeah.
that we were so scared of in school to raise our hands and say, hey, I don't
Hmm.
understand this. So we thought people were going to make fun of us and judge us. And it just kind of carried on with us as adults. But it's like, no, without that, you will not thrive. There is nothing like being in a community of like-minded people who are on the same journey as you. cheering you on, keeping you motivated, making sure that you don't quit, and and
Yes.
supporting you. There's nothing like that. So that's why I'm so grateful for this journey. The people that I have met, that I meet with regularly, I'm super grateful to them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Definitely. And I love what we touched on. Once we hit this level,
Another level. Yeah.
it's easy to, how do you maintain that, or how do you maintain that to get to the next,
Exactly.
and that's just, and then there's a whole new things come up. So I love that we touched on that, because I think it's just so important to have that awareness that, oh wow, so this is a really different level, not in terms of my money and finance, but in terms of my own
Yes.
personal getting there and maintaining that energetically, like you said.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
yeah, it's one thing to get there and another thing to make it. I love that. Love that. So with our listeners, of course, we are empowered global women in business, and mothers in the community too. Yeah, I love being a mom, and I think
Yes.
it's very gratifying, very interesting, very fulfilling, but also challenging work
Yeah.
to be a mother,
Yeah.
and it's lifelong, right? Um,
It is.
yeah, what can you share maybe? Well, first of all, how our listeners, if they love listening to you, they love the energy, how can they connect with you? Where can they go?
Absolutely. Yeah. Come find me. I'm on all the social media platforms under Mary Dibble or Mary D Coaching, but visit me at my website, marydibblecoaching.com. That's Dibble coaching.com. And you can check out my podcast, Radiant Mom Rising. It is a great inspirational podcast that shares so many incredible guests, including Elle. It's an amazing podcast. So it's got inspirational stories, and it's just such a delight for moms to support you in all areas of life. I mean, we go from postpartum talks to raising
Oh,
teens to
yes.
moms in business. Like, it's everything. There's something for everyone out there, because, like you say, mom life is not no easy feat. I mean, because kids, I have one who's about to be 4 years old, a little boy. Then I have a daughter who's 5 years old, and then I have a son who just turned 17 years old. I mean, there's all sorts of different things that comes up between the different phases and the
Yeah.
ages and experiences. So it's really nice to get connected. Also, I host monthly networking events called Mama Means Business. So if you're
Love
looking to network,
it.
grow, or anything, check me out on Eventbrite and sign up and join us for one of those monthly events. It's a lot of fun.
Love, love, love. Mama
Yes.
means business.
Yes.
Check that out. If you are ready, we can go into our rapid fire questions.
Yes. Yes.
Favorite book name is
Abundant Never After.
Abundant Never After.
Abundant Ever After
Abundant
by
Ever
Kathy
After.
Heller. Yes, it's a
Okay.
wonderful book.
Ooh, like that. Have not heard about that one. Awesome.
Yes.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Your favorite international destination to visit?
Ireland.
I haven't
Yeah.
been on my list.
It's where I went on my
Beautiful, huh?
honeymoon. It's where I went
I've
on my honeymoon.
heard I've heard some beautiful things about it.
It's amazing. It was amazing.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Yep. Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Okay, and the final question is one thing that you have discovered about yourself recently.
Oh goodness, that's a tough one. I think for me,
It's a
I feel
deep
like,
one.
yeah, it is. I feel like for me, I've really recently discovered that, you know, I am I'm amazing just the way I am. I feel like there's a part of me that was trying too much to take on so much and stretch myself thin. And I
Mm-hmm.
really feel like I've discovered that, Mary, you're more than enough. You're doing enough. You are enough.
Yes.
And that's been a very powerful shift for me to be like, you know what, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just getting to
Yes.
show up and be real, and it's
Yes.
gonna happen when it's meant to, and it's all good. And so that's been a big thing, is just knowing I'm enough.
I'm
Yeah.
celebrating that. You
Thank you.
are, you are amazing. A mother, a mompreneur, a business owner, and giving away, giving your energy, not away, but giving
I love
yourself
to.
to others and sharing yourself with other women, with other moms. Thank you for doing that work.
Of course.
Um,
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's yes, and thank you for taking the time to share your beautiful story today, Mary.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to connecting again. And I know we've shared links on how to connect with Mary, but we
Yeah.
will also post all the links in the comments of this recording. If
Yeah.
there's anything else that you want to share
No, I just want to
before we
thank you.
close.
I just want to thank you for having this platform, for doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
and for allowing me to be part of it. I'm so excited, and I look forward to anyone I get to meet and connect with because of it. So, yay. Thank you so much.
Yay.
And you take
Thank
care.
you, Mary. Thank you. You too. I'll talk to
Bye.
you soon.
Bye.
Bye.